Everybody, it's Jeremy. Welcome back to Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire. This is our Path of the Damned Herald run, and we are in the Beast of Winter DLC, episode 97. My cat's camera is messed up. Cat! Messed up your camera. But you do that. Says I cat. Cause I cat. Cause I cat. Cat. Here he go. Okay. Anyways, how's it going, everybody? We had left off. We've kind of like explored into this little area, and I think if we fuck with this, we're probably gonna find the stuff to restart the constructs. I don't know that that's the case, but that is my assumption. So let's see.
Of course.
Aha! A depression in the ice has collected a small portion of the construct's vital fluids. Despite the frigid air and colder surface, it remains a liquid. Or at least a sludge. Sniff the fluid. Sniffy. The noxious fluid smells of rotting koiki fruit, with notes of naphtha and rust. Identify the fluid. Fatnir. The substance seems an admixture of naphtha and water with an agent produced through the alchemical combination of a mixture of alcohol and phosphorus with one of silver salt with potash. It's undoubtedly toxic. Collect the fluid. Ooh. Bad. Yidwin scoops up the fluid with the bottle and, with a hissing intake of breath, brushes a few knuckles against its viscous surface. Your companion rubs the injured and slightly smoldering extremity against the ice. Prime construct fluid. And Yidwin has been injured with -2 dexterity and -3 burn. That in your size. Perhaps Niverdir should not be adding this to the logger. Yeah, probably not. Okay, so it didn't start them up, but surely there's some way to get these fellas going. That being said, we do now have 2 injuries, so we might go ahead and take this opportunity to rest. We currently have +1 freeze armor and resolve. I don't think that's necessarily, like, I mean, it's good, obviously, but I don't think it's something that we're just having to have currently. Toss on the stuff. Go from there. Alright. Rest up. See how it goes. How close is Yidwin to leveling? About halfway.
A sure thing.
Ishi, quiet time.
Quiet time. Alright, is this gonna just take us out onto the ledge with that dead body? No.
We here.
Happily.
Okay, we have the Temple of Decline. Ah. Ha 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 ha. Let's head this way first. See if we can't uncover some secrets. I bet we can work our way back up through the the other side of the that we left earlier.
Of course.
This imp sits on the frozen ground, rime clinging to its flesh, wings draped protectively over its shoulders. Its mouth hangs agape, and the wrinkles around its eyes indicate that they are squeezed tightly shut. It grasps a small object in its hands. Examine the imp. It's certainly an imp. Cold, motionless, blessedly quiet imp. The object. The imp's knobby knuckles wrap about what at first appears to be a sphere of solid ice, though a palpable power pulses. Palpable power pulses. Can we stop with the plosives? Goddamn. A palpable power pulses beneath its surface, further cooling the frigid air around it. You okay there? The imp remains motionless and unresponsive. Oh. Replace the frozen relic with the stone relic? What's the stone relic? What do you mean stone relic? What's our stone relic? The stone idol? Alright, let's see about that. Save.
Happily.
You withdraw the stone from your pack and attempt to quickly swap it with the frozen orb. The imp's grip on the orb proves stronger than you expected, foiling your attempt at a fast switch. As you pull the creature's spindly fingers from the orb, its bright blue eyes burst open. The imp leaps away from you with a prolonged hiss, its leathery wings holding it aloft.
Wormling not take my ball. There's not wormlings to take. Go away! This place not your home. You probably die here.
Imps are prone to rash behavior at the best of times, and I'd wager this one has seen better days.
I'll trade you something for your ball.
Eh? Don't want wormlings things. Already have ball. Ball everything imp needs.
$20,000? I kind of want to do this just because it's fucking absurd. I'd be willing to give up a veritable chest of gold for it. Thousands worth. You could buy so many balls.
More jingling shiny coins than any imp could carry.
The imp's eyes widen at the sudden windfall. It presses the relic into your hand and begins to drag the box of coins away. As the orb... what the fuck? The orb glows in your hands. You hear the creaking and popping of cold metal echoing in the chill air. Eye of Rimergond. Grants a veil of winter. What is this? Trinkets. What? Wait, what? What? Did it just give me a tutorial pop-up? What? Talking about trinkets? Ah, trinkets. I see. Grimoires or trinkets. Quest item. Grants Winter's Veil. Allied AoE once per rest. 100% enemy crit to hit chance with non-veil piercing attacks. Minus 50% incoming damage from non-veil piercing attacks for 13 seconds. The user and their allies become enshrouded by the Eye of Rimergond, granting them Veil Touch. They take less damage from and can't be critically hit by attacks without the Veil Piercing key. Quite interesting.
How nice.
Happy to oblige.
I will likely forget that exists. So what sees me? All these guys? Hmm. Ice has weighed down the structural integrity of the temple walls. Okay. Ice has weighed down the structural integrity of the Odie. Of the Odie. Odie boy. Alright, there's a person out here.
I'm listening.
No,
I'm
body. Ooh. Brooch of Inevitable Winter. Less freeze damage taken, but increased burn damage taken. The tarnished metal of this ox-headed pendant has abandoned all but the last of its luster. It weighs heavily upon the breast, its chill biting any flesh it happens to brush. The gems set into the auroch's eye pulse faintly with blue light, and a quiet breeze occasionally whispers at the edge of the wearer's hearing. Sweet. Interesting. Okay.
Speak freely.
Probably something that we'll just use situationally. Like if we come upon a big ice boss.
Give me the order. What did you find, Ishi?
Not see
Of
that
course.
one. Okay, here we go.
This one. It's the crab.
Ba-ba-da-bum, bum, 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 ba-ba-da-bum, bum, 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 ba-da-bum, bum.
Might as well be hitting the water.
Why are you dumb, AI?
A question, Watcher? That's
What
your
is
wish.
happening? Why are my people trying to like run after super far away targets? Like I don't get that. Stop. Attack the adjacent targets to you. Not a freaking difficult concept.
Die already.
Not
Like it
happening.
is.
Can't get a clean hit.
That's it.
Strange.
Afraid not, Captain.
Cool enough. So it does seem to prefer
Can't get a clean hit.
targets that it seems to prefer targets that it hasn't hit before, and it seems to prefer enemy targets. So as long as I'm only using it when there are large groups, it's gonna do really good damage. That's pretty nice, honestly.
No use.
Yes? Indeed.
I can scarcely
I was gonna say, am I out of the friggin' range? Apparently I was.
Time to rethink this stratagem.
Stratagem. See, I don't know that I really understand. It just
Right between the eyes.
bow target and jump. Like it just did only.
strange.
Yeah, it just only bounced on the enemies. Maybe there was some debuff. Maybe I had like a charm debuff or something like that. Strange. Or maybe... I don't know. IDK. Okay, my faith in it is slightly restored. That. Cloak. Greater protection? Well, okay then. Go ahead and just put it on. Awesome. Swank Swiggly.
What have we here?
Indeed.
I see them. All right. I did not see that one.
Of course.
Oh, the one that I thought was not one. Actually. Interesting.
Yes?
You were can do.
Hey, Le Durden, what part of the game is this? We are, I think, about 30 or 40% of the way through the Beast of Winter DLC. I've done pretty much everything in the base game, and we're just dipping our toes into the DLC. We got Wintertide Bulwark. His massive rime-crusted tower shield is crafted in a manner that blends the styles of Ingwith with those of the White That Wins. The long, convex surface radiates excruciating chill. Cool, so large shield weapon proficiency now grants a 25% chance to deal freeze damage when missed by a melee weapon. Much freeze. Not gonna tell us? Cool. Fair enough.
Speak freely.
What do you think?
Is the DLC challenging? So far, not yet. I've had like one or two fights that were a little tough, but nothing that I couldn't get through without, just actually giving orders rather than relying on auto battle. But I am still at the very beginning of the DLC, I think. Or at least, again, I don't know how long the DLCs are, so I could be further along in the DLC. It feels like I'm about maybe 40 to 50% of the way through. Who knows? Alright, we're definitely in a bad position with Maya. Let's move her back. I'm gonna start off with buffs here. And other buffs.
Me too.
Try to... None of these are immune to piercing, right? The constructs are strong against piercing. 14 armor is pretty good. But the shades should be easy targets.
Oh, with Ix.
Okay.
Anna.
Strange.
Alright, we got people right up on us, so we're gonna swap over.
So much to learn.
I'm here.
Alright. Absolutely gonna need a assist here. Probably gonna need to escape out through the kind of in a meh location.
Go with Ixana. Crow Rock 10.
Let's drop this.
How might I help here? Happens to everyone.
Whoop, 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 whoop. Just gonna spam this.
Stand together!
Might as well be hitting the water.
Go with Ixana.
It does nothing.
Oh my god, this shade is freaking out. Oh, goodness.
Yeah!
Casting that one. That's the other one.
Still so much to learn.
That should be easy enough.
Nothing I can do.
Actually enjoying Gidwin, honestly. Like, I was very... I don't know that I'm super enjoying that near.
Crow Rock 10.
But
Stand together!
I was not anticipating moving into the DLC, and we put so much time into our other characters that I was like, I'm not gonna be happy playing with characters I've barely touched, right? But it's actually been relatively fun. I think Yidwin's interesting. I could actually see putting together in a future run a rogue cipher and it being a
As you
a
wish.
good build. Like, it kind of slaps, honestly. And I imagine if I built specifically for it, it would be
What
awesome.
we hear?
Thick layers of ice coat this chest, sealing it closed. Open with Glacier Bane. Hey. Examine it for weakness. Maya kneels on the ground, the cold ground, Maya kneels on the cold ground, closely scrutinizing the frozen container. A small gap, just large enough for a prybar or Kith's fingers, is visible between the lid of the chest and its body. Did we lose the ability to Glacier Bane? Did. Fine, open with a prybar. You wiggle the prybar between the body of the container and the lid. You carefully press down on the unyielding iron, and with the cracking of wood and ice alike, the lid rises upward. Chest is open. And within...
Happily.
Hey, we got Frosty! Plus freeze armor rating. Nice. With +4 accuracy with frost attacks. Not nice. So, the armor rating would be pretty okay if we were, if there was another bonus that was decent with it, but
Yes, as
we
you
have
wish.
zero interest
Ishi.
in frost attacks.
Quiet time.
Alright, well, we made our way through this location. I think, honestly, we probably just head back down this way. And then it's into the temple we go! Man. Leveling Yidwin does seem a slightly challenging proposition. Okay. Back to here. We're going to go into the temple. I wonder if we're going to be given... So we have these quests for... these tasks, right? Higher ups and toasting the dead. And I wonder... Oh, recommended companion is... Really interesting. Toasting the dead. We might have to try to remember that and bring Seraphin in on that. But I wonder if we're going to be like given a good opportunity to just go back to the town. Seems like we're just getting further and further away from things. Hey, this looks pretty bad. Oh shit. What's going on here? Oh fuck. Oh, yep. Real bad. What? Oops. I was kind of anticipating that.
It ate the dragon.
I was anticipating that
Nice to see a
dragon
problem
being the
resolve
big
itself for a
bad.
change.
Oh, fuck. I don't think that problem resolved itself. I think it just got replaced with a bigger problem. Now we have something that's eating dragons.
Indeed.
Alright, let's see how this goes. What are we walking into here? What you initially take for yet another frozen corpse appears, on closer inspection, to be a heavily armored figure encrusted in a jagged layer of cloudy bluish ice. Oh, boy. The warrior's upraised hand seems to be reaching out towards something, the fingers splayed wide and grasping. Examine the armor. Do we have anybody here? We got 21. Partial success. The breastplate and chain worn by this figure seem significantly more intricate than anything else you've seen since arriving at Harbinger's Watch. Padding and heavy cloth complete the panoply, probably as protection against the cold. Layered chain and plate, highly adaptable to varying circumstances. Often proves popular with those travelers who can afford it. Members of military or religious orders in particular favor wearing armor like this kind with their uniforms or vestments. The set before you appears to be of a style not commonly crafted in the past 2 centuries. Okay. Again, partial success. 2 of the fingers have been broken from the hand. Based on the hard, sharp edges of what's left, it seems this occurred after the figure froze over. The angle of the joints indicate that the warrior once gripped something tightly, something since removed. Deep scratches in the wrist suggest that someone clawed at the figure long after it froze over, perhaps to remove the absent object. Search for the presence of spirits. You open your soul to the presence of other spirits. While a few strands of weak soul energy cling to the frozen figure, you sense no soul present within or near the body. Move the helmet. The helmet does not appear to be as solidly frozen to the figure as the rest of the armor. A few minutes spent wiggling and tugging at it frees the helm. You lift it to reveal an elven woman with bluish-white skin and darker blue hair. Her coloration and the heavy epicanthic folds hooding her eyes mark her as Glamfallen. Helm of the White Void. What? 10% of incoming grazes converted to misses, and 10% accuracy with body affliction and mind affliction. The shards of ice crowning this helm radiate a malignant chill, utterly resisting the glare of the Deadfire sun. It smells musty within, as if worn for centuries by the frozen corpse of a pale elf. Oh, really? Too cold for comfort on even the hottest days, the helm plagues the wearer with endless whispers at the edge of hearing. Strangely, this helm looks far more like something you'd expect of Ingwith than of the wight that wins. Remove the armor. The armor's intricate straps, weaved chain, and interlocking plates have frozen solid. Removing the armor without damaging the warrior within may prove difficult, if not impossible. Fire ability. Call forth a gout of burning essence. Steam billows outward as the ice melts away from the corpse. After a moment, flickering orange light and cracking sounds emerge from within the cloud as the corpse's clothes ignite. The charred remains sag to the floor, rapidly cooling as the magical flame runs its course. You gather the miraculously unharmed armor from the remains. Guardian's plates. +3 armor. Oh, it's per. Spread chaos. +5 to all defenses. While afflicted. Gotcha. Though likely 1,000 years have passed since the Glamfellan created this armor, it seems impeccably cared for, at least until it spent 4 centuries frozen to a corpse. The magic of the Vitmouth has permanently altered the armor, encasing it in jagged spurs of ice. Whether the armor bore these blessings of the White Void when worn by the temple guardians of centuries past remains unclear. Cool. Let's speak a prayer for the elf's soul. Take a few minutes to consign the deceased to the wheel. You leave the remains behind. Okay.
A question, Watcher?
Yeah. What's the question? See, she says that over and over again, but she doesn't actually, like... It says soulbound. What? What? Now I feel like I gotta look it up. Guardian's plate. Be bound to any class. Reforge the soul of a follower of Rimergon. I don't even know what that means. But it grants Entropy Guard, which immobilizes you, gives you +2 armor and +4 freeze armor, once per rest. Receive 100 afflictions and you gain Adrenaline Rush, which is 20% action speed weakened for 15 seconds once per rest. It also turns legendary, so it's +4. And collect the rest of Reinhard's equipment. Gain Plagued Strength, +1 health restored per 6 seconds, +2 might, constitution, and dexterity while afflicted. That's so strange. Okay then. Very, very interesting. Tide Bulwark. Already got that. What's Frostfall? Okay. Cool. We'll keep an eye out, but I don't know that I don't know that this is like very good. Honestly, it doesn't seem that great. I'm not a huge fan of like per rest abilities, and 2, even the per rest abilities aren't really that good. I don't know. Like, on one hand, I'm like, well, I want to soulbind it because, you know, it's a soulbound item. That doesn't mean I have to use it necessarily. Bind. Sure. It's now bound to you. Reforge the soul of a follower of Rimergon. Okay. I don't actually know what that means, but let's head into the Vitma. is gonna
You
happen.
stand before the shining portal that devoured the dragon. This close, you see it as a ragged-edged tear in the world. As you near, the portal flares bright. Brighter. Too bright to stand. When the light fades, and at last you can see again, a great, shaggy aurochs stands before you. A bone-snapping chill radiates from the creature. It is the manifestation of Remergond.
Herald of Berath, you teeter on the very precipice of your death. To once again violate my realm. Do you desire dissolution after all?
You can be like, yes. I have work yet to do.
Yes, Berath does keep their hound on a short leash. Should you ever want for a final freedom from the Pallid Knight's grasp, seek me. I will gladly grant it. Passing through the breach will shred your soul into its constituent parts, to little more than wayward motes of essence. Knowing that, what do you want?
What happened to the dragon?
Her soul was drawn through the breach, the Veetmouth, and into the beyond. Neriskirlas has bound her soul to a relic from the days when the gods walked Aora as titans. This relic lies in the beyond, and it holds her soul captive there.
Who is Neriskirlas?
That is the name the dragon chose for herself.
What relic?
It is one of the many things Kith have thrown into the beyond, in hopes it might be devoured by the White Void.
Why did the dragon bind her soul to it?
The relic cannot be destroyed. In her ignorance, Neriskirlas hoped that tying her soul to it would save her from death. She is mistaken. True death has not claimed her yet. But it will. It is inevitable.
Is that why this iceberg is here?
Yes. The iceberg is the natural result of Neriskirlas's desperate attempt to evade death. Every time she escapes from the beyond into the here, she tears the hole a little wider. And so, the chill of my realm spreads.
And your cult, the Harbingers, what about them?
They have done as Kith always do. They have claimed for themselves a place that is not their own. They are no concern of mine.
Like, let me sleep up. What's the difference between the Vitmal and the White Void?
The Veetmouth is the gaping maw of entropy. The White Void is the hunger that gnaws at the guts of Aora and cannot be sated.
Your breach will freeze the Deadfire if you don't close it.
That is unfortunate for you.
Nice. Let's make a deal.
That you trust still in me, or any god to deal honestly with you, it is remarkable. Naive, but remarkable.
Shrug, that's faith.
Remergond snorts derisively. A spray of ice crystals hangs in the air
Also,
a
I'll
moment
kill you.
before it's scattered
Or try.
by the roaring wind.
There is something you may do for me, like a maggot. The dragon Neriskirlas has burrowed beneath the skin of my realm. Destroy her.
Why do you want the dragon dead?
She is already dead. She refuses to acknowledge it. She has made herself immune to destruction by my hand, and in so doing, she mocks the very essence of my realm.
Why do you think I will succeed where you have failed?
The relic she bound her soul to has proven impervious to my influence.
I see.
Destroy her.
With pleasure.
A low rumble shakes the ground.
And I say
beneath
that
your
because I've seen her in action. She just vaporizes people. Fuck that.
I would rather watch you fail than bar your entry. But you lack the means to enter the Veetmouth and survive the journey. You must seek the Eye of Remergand, a relic that once belonged to my vassal, Reinhider. It is a cold, blue stone, and it lies somewhere within this temple.
You mean this?
Indeed.
Aha!
Approach the Veetmouth with the relic in hand. It will grant your soul safe passage into the Shattered Realms. The White Void's only purpose is to destroy souls, and it is adept at doing so. I will not stop my servants there from their work. They will treat you no differently than any wayward soul. Should you fall to their predations, not even Berath will be able to save
Alright
you.
then.
Remergand pauses, his dark cluster of eyes watching you intently.
So this feels like we've hit the 50% mark, right? Like we've done this place, and now we're about to, take the portal to another place,
One final thing.
and that will be
Watcher.
the thing.
You must destroy that dragon.
When his words fall silent, and only the shriek of the wind through the breach remains, the light flares again, then quickly dies. You open your eyes and find the beast gone.
All right. Interesting. Rise and decline. Higher ups. Good. Into the Veetmal we go. Woo!
The blinding light of the breach pulses in time with the heartbeat of Aora.
Very interesting.
Your soul pulses in response.
Enter the breach. Enter the breach! Oh shit. Row. Fucking row. Alright. We just gained following certain death. Enter the beyond.
A sure thing.
Like maybe there are going to be portals. This will be like a hub world, perhaps?
This one's
Oof.
they're clever. Yes, as you wish.
Boom. Start off with this. Start off with this. Normal, easy peasy.
Me too.
Nothing I can do.
That's it!
Leave Go with Ixiana! Go with Ixiana!
Damnation!
Go with Ixiana!
Right between the eyes.
Stand together!
Damn.
I'm no help here.
Hit pretty hard.
Throw Lock 10!
How might I assist?
Yeah!
Go with Ixiana!
Nice.
That's it! Yeah! Nothing I can do.
Easy peasy.
What can I do? Yes? Happily.
Unstable soul essence. Cool.
I'd be glad to.
What am we here?
Wow, holy shit. That's a lot of stuff. Okay. Hey, there he is. That guy was, uh-oh.
You followed me into the abyss? Have you so little respect for the scant years your fragile form affords you?
Hey, she's got actual, like, personality. Some mindless undead creature. The dragon growls through sword-like teeth, yet the meaning behind the sound rings within your mind.
I know not why the short-sightedness of Kith continues to surprise me. Leave while the option remains, lest you be bound here as I am.
What are you?
Circumstance does not afford me time to address ridiculous queries.
I get this... fucking Rimmergond. I get this feeling that she's not just gonna be, like, out-and-out evil, because that's not how they tend to do these things. According to Rimmergond, you died when you entered this place.
The words of your dead oxen god concern me not.
Itch on my shoulder. You're not trapped here, you just attacked Harbinger's watch.
A simple understanding of a complex situation.
Then help me understand.
No, I bear responsibility for neither your enlightenment nor your sophistication.
Fuck you. The great reptile's head cranes to the right, turning a glowing eye upon you. A snort flares her nostrils.
Descend into the void or do not. I care neither way. But know that within its depths do all things encounter their endings.
Oh, hey. Calm down with that shit. In the silence that follows the dragon's descent, a faint twinge plays along the hair on your arms. After a moment, you realize that the sensation stems from your soul, a faint echo of essence across your watcher senses. The fractured pieces of the armored spirit you saw rush to battle near Skirless reach out to you, beckoning. Collect the soul fragments.
Certainly.
Wandering soul. Faintly pulsing strands of soul essence collect here as if seeking one another's comfort. You reach out to it with your spirit. The broken soul seems to peer back at you. The damned dragon hisses as you drive the mace upwards into the bottom of its jaw. It attempts to bat you away from the Vitmouth, but you duck beneath its claws. You jam the edge of your shield into the side of its neck. You will not again allow it passage into the world of the living. With an abrupt shock of pain, the vision ends. The strands of the sundered soul cling to you like cobwebs. Okay. Okie dokie dokie dokie. Faintly pulsing strands of soul essence stretch towards you, interweaving with those you collected before. The spirit grows stronger within you. It is an honor, your mother told you. The altar of decline rarely sins for Gondher among the clans. Gondher. An Ordhoma term for an elite class of temple guards renowned for laying down their lives on the surface. But your heart breaks as the land recedes behind the ship. Never noticed it before. Such warmth for you at home. It is stark as day, its absence. You'll sail north, the captain tells you, keeping well to the west of Nasitak and its stout defenders. The journey will take weeks, but it'll be quicker, he says as he points you towards the oars, if you're rowing with the rest of us. The roiling essence settles within you.
What can I do? Absolutely. Of course.
Void shard. This cold black sphere is formed of essence broken down and condensed within the white void. Touching it with bare skin is ill-advised. Licking it, more so. Nice. Okay. Rinharder, Olrun's daughter, dragged again before the elders for wandering. Never leave the clan without another, they'd said before. Would say again, each time drumming it into her shoulders with a staff of etched bone. The land is one of endings, the beast of winter's dread domain. Where he lurks beneath the snow, above the stars, within red fangs and claws. Never walk alone. The girl will not learn, Yarnleyfall tells them, for her ears are frozen shut. She wants to hit him, but he is a bare-blooded adult grown, and she but a gawkish girl of fish and berries. Not worth another drumming. The elder silences him. She will learn, the wizened elf answers. Will die. Regardless, she belongs to Rimmergond, and not to you. The reconstituted soul pulses like a heart. I'm assuming we just take that to the light, but...
What can I do? At once. Yes?
Interesting. Okay. Soul time. You've only approached the essence before it sweeps towards you, drawn into the growing soul clinging to your own. Frigid cold washes over you. You have to ignore the screaming to shut it out and focus. The dragon's at the doors. And you've but moments before it's breached them, before it's reached the Vitmouth, to sup on Rimmergond's gateway as it has so many of your kin. You will not allow it. In your prayers, you open the way to Rimmergond, forging a road of your soul, from the here through the beyond, and into the very depths of the white void. He accepts. The Vitmouth opens. Winter claims all. The spirit tears itself from you, stepping away even as it manifests a visible form. Hey, yo! A soul stands before you, shimmering and indistinct, her sharp elven features fading to nothing at the edges and extremities. You recognize her form as that of the armored corpse standing frozen in the temple beyond the portal.
You trespass.
Yeah. The soul's voice seems to come from everywhere at once. From her, from the air around you, and from within your own mind. Its chill runs down the side of your neck, a numbness descending from your ears to your shoulders. Thotnir gapes at the phantasm and retreats a step towards the portal.
I didn't see a lock on the door.
I have an invitation.
Yes, you and all others. Yet you arrived before the appointed hour.
No. I have a different invitation. Her brow furrows.
Or perhaps after.
The figure takes a step closer, and the air grows colder, drier. Frost spreads from her feet.
You retain yourself. Your life, your awareness, your soul. How?
Rimmergond gave me this. The spirit's eyes widen as she reaches towards the orb. She stops short, fingers twitching, before letting her hand drop to her side. Her attention falls to the frozen ground.
Your presence suggests that Rimmergond has chosen a new guardian to put the worm to the blade. To succeed where I have failed.
Tried to kill that monster. You know what it is?
Before it came here, it was a dragon. What it has become since, exactly, I cannot say. It fell upon our temple wielding powerful wizardry. I believed that it desired the temple itself, or our accumulated lore. I was mistaken.
What was the dragon after?
Rimagun gifted our people with a veet mouth that we might yield to him. Those objects or individuals that persisted beyond their value to the clans. In its desire to dominate the Deadfire, the worm sought to retrieve one or more of the sacrificed relics.
Her scowl twists into a smirk.
Even if it claimed the relics, the fool cannot return. Its body long since destroyed. Still, its soul persists against the power of this place, and I would see it ended.
The dragon seemed pretty solid when I fought it outside the temple.
Was but a shadow forged of spirit stuff, by the worm's own will.
I mean, okay. And?
You claim that the dragon manifested itself from ambient essence?
Reinharder nods in response.
As if it's a chanted who can chant up itself.
How do I close the vit mouth?
Why? It is sacred to Rimagant.
If I leave it be, ice will cover the whole Deadfire.
Everything ends eventually.
Sighing, she shakes her head.
Do as you will, so long as you slay the worm.
I need to find that dragon.
Then you must seek it below. Know that the white void will consume you, however.
Great, great, fantastic.
A few souls here cling tenaciously to coherence. Some for as long as centuries. Seek them, if you would know the secrets of their longevity. This place decomposes spirits. Do not be surprised if the souls require repair before rendering you aid. I imagine, though, that the Beast of Winter would prefer you hasten their dissolution.
I'll help if I can. Reinharder bows her head to you.
In its desperate thrashing, the worm has scattered this ruined realm. You may find your way stymied as you proceed. Do not fear to forge the path you seek.
Hey! Now I have to receive 100 afflictions.
Certainly.
How that goes. The bridge ablaze. Alright, so all of the drowned kingdom. Oh god. And here I was thinking that this was gonna be quick. I believe I was sorely mistaken.
Greetings again, walker between worlds. Was there something else you wish to ask?
Can you tell me more about these Echo Realms?
I can tell you of but 3. There are others, but they exist beyond my ken. Each reflects the souls within, spirits adrift upon the calamity that claimed them. Some souls cling more tightly than others. A drowned kingdom of salt and coral. A copper realm, chained in questions. These were here when I arrived. The 3rd realm is young yet, and as hot as a festival flame.
There's an entire sunken kingdom down here?
Yes. And also no.
She frowns, forehead wrinkling in her attempt to find the words that will form an adequate explanation.
More the echo of the kingdom's end. The whole of it fell in one great calamity, I think. The stubborn blindness of its chieftain has kept it suspended above the void for centuries or longer. It is the eldest of the realms accessible from here, and the most thoroughly decayed.
What do you mean by chained in questions?
I know no other words for it. Agonized screams echo through its halls, and great machines churn above masked querents. It is an ancient nightmare, sustained by the bitterness and spite of the kith within.
You know nothing else of the youngest realms?
Fresh and raw, that wound. In its agony, it revisits itself.
Are there other realms?
There were, in the past. I remember a palace of gold and smoke. Gone now. A temple of shifting halls. Also gone.
She frowns, almost wincing.
These realms fell away, consumed by the white void. I know not how long ago.
Talk about something else. I wanted to ask you something else about this dragon. Loathing flickers across Rinhadder's... I don't know how to say her. Rinhadder's indistinct features.
Ask your questions then, if they will see the worm ended.
I killed the dragon and it revived. How do I kill it permanently?
I wish I had that answer. Perhaps it would be enough to fight it in this place. To weaken its grip that it might finally fall into the void. Perhaps it found the relic it sought, its soul clinging to that object in place of an earthly form. If that object were found, perhaps it could be delivered to the Beast of Winter for dissolution.
Okay.
I can't risk falling on her perhaps, however. Not with a gate to hold.
Where did the dragon come from?
From the north.
Frowns down at her hands.
A beast of the Deadfire, set on dominating that place as a snow bear dominates its hunting grounds. No creature, dragon or kith, rivaled it. Yet it was not content and turned its eyes against the gods.
What's it doing here?
Rimagun gifted our people with a veet mouth that we might yield to him. In its desire to dominate the Deadfire, even if it claimed the relics, the fool cannot return. Its body long since destroyed.
You know where it came by such powers?
I do not. It ate a wizard, perhaps?
You mentioned before that the dragon used wizardry.
Yes. Even before it came to us, tales had reached us from the north. The worm's abilities were not limited to its fangs, claws, and breath. It commanded eldritch energies.
Talk about something else? Curious about your homeland and people. Inclines our head to you. Why is it called the White That Wins?
Rather than the deceased flame or the land of deer.
I doubt there are many deer to be found in the White That Wends.
We Glamfellans simply call it the land. Outsiders call it the White That Wends. Likely because much of it is white and can be difficult to navigate for the uninitiated.
What is the White That Wins like?
How does a person explain their home when they've only ever seen it with their own eyes? Travelers will claim it an endless expanse of white, featureless and bare. I would point to the jagged rises, the plunging coasts, the sheer rifts, to the blight storms and the snow bears, and ask of them, do you not see?
No,
Still,
I do not.
few kith call the land home. Only Glamfellon and the Inutinic. They possess the resolve, the vigor, required to endure the Beast of Winter's withering attention.
What's her face was Inutinic, I believe, but I thought she was from Nasitak. I don't remember that. Yidwin snorts derisively and shakes her head. Make you feel differently, Yidwin?
It is a hard land that produces hard people. It is fallacious to ascribe to it deeper spiritual, or worse, anthropomorphic qualities.
I know you kind well, girl. Cowering behind words and symbols, but the world doesn't dirt your perception of it.
I know yours. Quick to ascribe every faint breeze to the lungs of a god. And don't call me girl.
Oh, shit. Get her! Does that sound like the home you left, Vatnir? Godlike peers at the spirit before him. Though his mask hides his expression, his hunched shoulders suggest fear.
It's a cruel and deceptive place. She has that much right.
Face lowered, he addresses the ground more than either you or Rinhatter.
It is neither, young Winterborn. Hard and callous, perhaps, but pure in its intent.
He crosses his arms and averts his attention to amorphous vista beyond. Speak your mind, Vatnir.
Haven't we wasted enough time picking at this spiritual scar?
He waves a scornful hand at Rinhatter.
Let us get on with slaying this dragon, or closing this portal, or whatever it is you'd have us do.
Damn. Sounds incredible, thank you.
It pains me little to speak of home.
Can you tell me more about the Pale Elves?
Most Glamfellon reside within the White That Wends, where we travel in clans. Life in the land can be harsh, but it provides. The clan raises the young communally, each member passing on their expertise. That every child has the skills demanded by the land. Each clan is as much family as nation.
Sound like you miss it.
I love the land and I love my people. But that life ended long ago, as all things do.
Do the Glamfellon have any particular feelings about the Wood Elves?
I have little experience with the shelter folk of Glamfath. They do not welcome us among the lands.
Shelter folk. Huh.
We do some trading with the adherents.
What's the relationship between the Glamfellan and Rimmergond?
We have long venerated Rimmergand as the eldest, strongest, and wisest of the gods. He claimed the land as his kingdom, and we as his people. My eldest taught that we fell from the beast of winter's fur as it marched across the land. The first Glamfellan, equal parts salt, snow, and divine spirit.
What does veneration of Rimmergond entail?
Prayer, song, dance, sacrifice, the use of blessed relics, the defense of sacred sites.
Sounds like any other god. With a smile, she gestures back towards the swirling, pearlescent plain of the Vidmouth.
Our priests augur his will in the entrails of the slain. They guide our travels across the land, and we embrace the inevitable difficulties that ensue.
Did your elder tell you where Rimmergond came from?
Like all endings, he was inevitable from the beginning. The babe of spring demanded a beast of winter. My mother told me once that she believed them one and the same. That, like you, like me, Rimmergand was born to die. Unlike us, however. His birth gave birth to birthing, and his death will end death. He lit the flame, and he shall bury the ashes.
Interesting. What of the other gods?
They each sing their song. The flame keeps us warm, the sea provides fish, the land flesh. Each provides temporary comfort against the cold, and we thank them for their gifts. But only Rimmergand awaits us in the white void.
Ask you about something else. That's it, actually. Alright, that's,
Yes?
cool. This is...
At once.
Honestly, Rimmergond, I'm really enjoying this because, well, I mean, I love lore. I'm kind of a lore whore, truth be told. And this feels like great world building to me. I've always been interested in the White That Wins. I've always been interested in Rimmergond. I've always had kind of, I feel like, a bad perception of Rimmergond, and this is interesting to kind of like get the perception of someone who is his faithful. Very cool. That's going to be it for this particular video. If you're watching on Twitch, stick around. We're going to keep playing. If you're watching on YouTube, hope you enjoyed, and we will see you next time. Bye, everybody.